Is Sheriff Joe Arpaio going to be the new superintendent? In fact, next year, I heard that all Shapiro students are going to be required to wear orange jumpsuits to school. Ladies and gentlemen, let's not beat around the bush here. Graduation speeches tend to be very predictable, very repetitive, very formulaic. By all means, I should probably start this speech with a really corny and cliched quote, like, shoot for the moon, and if you miss, you will land among the stars. If you shoot for the moon and you miss, that is a major miscalculation. That's no spaceman. This just became a one-way flight. So, I will do my best to avoid such cliches. In fact, I swear to you right now that I will not quote Dr. Seuss once in this speech. Funny story, he's not even a doctor. And that book, Hop on Pop, gave me the worst advice I have ever received. He even caused my father to write a companion piece, Shun the Sun. But, ladies and gentlemen, I suppose if there is one piece of completely cliched, overly trite advice I can give you, it's that in life, you have to do what you love. You have to find your passion, find what you're good at, and pursue it with endless regard. Mark Twain once said, I have never let my schooling interfere with my education. Now, this is definitely a valuable viewpoint, but it doesn't mean that once you find your passion, you should abandon everything else you've learned in high school. On the contrary, I take all the knowledge I gained in high school very seriously. Maybe too seriously. Just the other day, I was at Applebee's enjoying a pleasant dinner with my mother, when all of a sudden a man fainted in the middle of the restaurant. His wife started screaming, "Oh no, Larry! Is anyone here to talk to him?" I looked at my mother. That was my cue. I stood up. No, I am not a doctor. But I took HPA in high school. She was speechless. Don't worry, Mr. Goddess. I handled it like a pro. I'll perform any procedures on the patient for about 20 minutes. But I was having trouble diagnosing the man. And then I realized I had forgotten the most important test of all. I had to check his pulse. He was dead. So, moral of the story, you should stick with what you're good at, what comes naturally. But why take advice from me? I don't think anyone can speak about passion any better than Steve Jobs, the CEO of Apple Computers, when he delivered a commencement address to Stanford University. Mr. Jobs told the students, you've got to find what you love. Your work is going to fill a large part of your life, and the only way to be truly satisfied is to do what you believe is great work. And the only way to do great work is to love what you do. Look, I never learned a lot in high school. For example, I used to think that there were only two answers a girl could give you if you asked her to prom. Yes and no. Of course, I didn't factor in the concept of combination. Yes, I can go to prom, but no, not with you. Don't worry though, I'm not bitter about being rejected at prom. It's totally not a big deal. It was a long time ago, 4 weeks, 3 days since I was there. On a random note, Sarah Sacco, we are sorry to report that your diploma was accidentally misplaced, set on fire, and shattered into the Pacific Ocean. But, ladies and gentlemen, out of all the lessons I've learned in high school, the most useful one is to let passion guide you in life. So if something interests you, take a small chance. You never know, you might just find your entire life you've been planning on. Thank you, and welcome to graduation. The senior class president, Christina Clasby.